Hi, and welcome to InFocus. This is Jabbar Lubaidi. In this InFocus episode, we'll try to prepare you for the Juneteenth and all the celebration and all the activities that related to this important date. In the studio with me, Justin. I wanna give you a chance, guys, to introduce yourself because you have you represent also some communities and committees. So it's better to start with you, Justin.
Okay. My name is Justin Means. I am a member of BCCI.
And what's the BBC? I know what it is, but say it, yeah.
For
BCC,
Bridgewater Community
Yeah.
Council.
I know.
My name is Justin Means, my name is Justin Means, and I'm a member of Bridgewater Community Council.
Yes. Thank you. And then next.
Yes, my name is Janice Campbell Means. I am co-chair of the Juneteenth, one of the co-chairs of the Juneteenth Committee, and I am also chair of the Bridgewater Communities for Civil Rights.
Excellent. Reverend, please.
Hi, I'm Reverend Rachel Tedesco. I'm a retired Unitarian Universalist minister and member of the First Parish UU Church in Bridgewater. I'm also an active member of BCCR.
Yeah. Tish, please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Tish Bento. I'm a member of the Juneteenth Planning Committee.
All right, so here you have it. You have the committee in front of you. I hope you put me on the camera so I can see the audience. And want to make sure that you get the information, pencil it in or whatever, you put it on your calendar. So all our Bridgewater community, people in neighboring cities, towns, please come and join us. And so let's start with this planning committee. Well, what are you planning for?
We are planning for a day of entertainment and a little education. We have games for the children. We have 2 bands that will be there. We have 2 choirs that will be there. We have a couple of speakers, and we'll have vendors.
So let's go back to education. So elaborate on this.
Just a little bit about
education for kids, education for parents.
There'll be education for children,
yeah.
And they'll also, when they're speaking,
something like that. Education.
Yes. Education. Through games and coloring. And a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
They'll learn that, and for the parents or the adults, they'll be, just through the speaking and through the handbook that we give out, they'll know a little bit about Juneteenth.
Do you know the names of some of your speakers?
Kimberly Williams,
okay.
from the town. We have,
No problem. So because sometimes names will attract people to come. And then entertainment, you said?
Entertainment, we have, his name is Professor Harp.
Okay.
His name is Hugh Holmes, and he was raised in Bridgewater, and he has performed at the Music Alley.
Okay.
It's Woodward Strings. It's a father and son duo. And we're still working on clarifying one more thing. We also have like a little bit of an art exhibit and a health booth.
Yeah, this is really a rich program. And somebody want to elaborate on what we just heard? Yeah?
Okay. So as Janice just said, it's a day of celebration. Mm-hmm. So it's not solely about, not just the speakers. I think sometimes people hear speakers, but there'll be a wide range of entertainment.
No, we know. So we have education, entertainment, speakers.
There'll be a place where we'll have health screening, blood pressure, and was it diabetes screening, blood pressure and diabetes screening. So there'll be some health information that will be
free service.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Screening on different things.
Yeah.
There'll also be some ethnic vendors that will be there.
There you go.
Last year I believe, well, or a couple of years ago, we had gentlemen doing haircuts. There are different Afrocentric clothing and jewelry, books. So there's a wide range of things that will be happening on that
Nice.
particular day, as well as if you come out, I'm sure there will be people there in the community that you'll be able to fellowship with and maybe see someone that you haven't seen in a while. That
And bring your friends. and-
exactly,
Yes.
bring
Yeah.
your friends
Yes.
and
Yeah.
your children and.
I want to. You want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I did. I want to say a bit of the background is that, my social justice committee at our church 2 years ago, 3 years
What
ago
church?
actually,
Could you? What church?
the First Parish UU
Yes.
Church, said, well, we have our Black Lives Matter banner that we're raising, and it was at the beginning of COVID, and nothing was happening, and it was, I think it was in December that we raised the banner. We said, well, we'd like to make it, well known in the community that we are standing for Black Lives Matter, and I wonder if the Bridgewater Communities for Civil Rights is doing anything on Juneteenth. We'd love to have, do a dedication, a special service with them. And so I went to the BCCR meeting and I said, well, what are you doing for Juneteenth? And this is, I knew a little bit about what Juneteenth meant, and it was, the celebration of the end of slavery. Officially, the word came to Texas back, then.
And it's a federal
It was
holiday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Union troops arrived in was it Galveston,
Yeah,
Texas,
Galveston, Texas,
to
I
announce
believe.
the end of slavery after the Civil War. It was like a year and a half or 2 years after the war
Two.
officially ended. So the people living in Galveston celebrated, and then eventually it became a nationwide celebration of Black liberation. So I said, well, I'd like to have something happen in Bridgewater. And the BCCR group said, yeah, that's cool, let's do it. So,
That's excellent, Justin.
I just think it's a really important thing to celebrate Juneteenth, especially in Bridgewater, knowing that a lot of people want to promote Black Lives Matter and everything, but we have to actually start putting in effort and showing up for celebrations like Juneteenth, like we would show up for Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day, to show that the people in the community really celebrate and appreciate Black lives, not just saying it.
So why it's important for the community?
To acknowledge that and accept and just show that make Black people feel welcome, and show that their contributions to American history and also its freedom. And America ride and dies on freedom, and we should be celebrating a day that has given freedom to former slaves.
So the holiday, of course, will happen on Monday, I think June 19th, but the celebration date you are planning it's on Saturday.
Yep, the 17th.
Yes.
And why you chose Saturday, not Sunday?
Generally, that's when it's been celebrated, is on a
The
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
The day, the 19th will fall, the 19th falls
Yeah.
on different days during the calendar year. But
Okay.
it's primarily has been celebrated on the Saturday. If it was, well, this year it will be the 19th, so we'll celebrate it on the 17th.
Okay.
That's when most people are off,
yeah.
Right.
and you get the
You get the
biggest
traffic.
attendance.
It's a weekend.
Yes,
The
the
weekend. Weekend, yeah. And I think that Sunday is always Father's Day after.
Usually, right around,
so
yeah.
we run into that. So it's just Saturday is more of an open day for people.
Yeah, it
to come
shows
out.
that you guys you met and you thought about it. So that's actually a credit to you. Why you doing this day, not that day? And now, did you send invitation to larger community, to a special group of people, or just did you rely only on social media? How did it work in terms of publicity? I know InFocus will be. I'm sure people will watch this episode and call us if you have any questions. Call our guests if you have questions as well. So what do you do for publicity
Well, we
in
have a
addition to
Facebook
InFocus?
page. We have a Bridgewater Juneteenth Facebook page this year.
Could you tell?
There's Bridgewater Juneteenth Facebook.
Yeah.
we're going to put flyers up
Yeah.
all over the place, not just necessarily in Bridgewater, but outside of Bridgewater.
Yeah, we have flyers. Yes.
We are also reaching out to other organizations and letting them know. And our vendors are also reaching out to their family and friends to let
So
them know.
vendors is just goods and things, or there's food too?
Oh, there's going to be food, crafts, yes. Ice cream truck, yes.
And it's free admission.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
free admission.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We'll have a raffle. There'll
Ah,
be
that's
different
good.
Raffle
Yeah,
items
raffle.
that
That's
will be
good.
raffled off.
And they start what time on Saturday, June 17?
2 to 6.
2 to 6. So you have 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
4 hours. Do you arrange for parking and things like that, with
Well, there
with
should
the
be
police
Yeah,
and
There'll be
things?
plenty because we're at the Bridgewater Middle School, so
Yeah.
there'll be plenty of parking.
Yeah, yeah.
Plenty
Repeat
of
that
free
because
parking.
people they say, okay, I have 2 cars because I'm bringing my friends and things. When we're gonna park? So they said there's a free park, right?
Free parking.
And where you said in the
Bridgewater Middle School.
Okay, you have no problem there. So I'm not gonna give you any excuse not to show up. Thank you so much. Yeah. So now on individual level, what's really motivate you to be part of this? I would say important movement in terms of, because I know you did that last year, and now this is your second year.
No,
It's
third.
the
Third
year.
year. Well,
Yep.
that's good.
Third year.
Correct. Yeah, third year. So what's exactly, you are 4 members, important members. What's the real motivation for that, and what's get you going and pressing forward?
Who wants to start?
Anyone can start. The 4 of you.
I'll say. I like to press to celebrate Juneteenth because, from my perspective, as a black male in society, it doesn't seem like black people are celebrated as much. It seems like sometimes we're tolerated. You have a lot of protests that, like for instance, in my life, I've seen a lot of people come out and celebrate Black lives, but it's only been coming out and celebrating Black lives after a black man has been shot. I think we should be celebrating the contributions and everything that black people are doing in the past, that have done in the past, and also what we're doing right now. We should celebrate black people while we're alive, and we should be acknowledging the history and everything that's been happening. So celebrating Juneteenth is very important to me because it seems like one of the only public ways that we can really celebrate black lives in America that's socially acceptable. Other than that, we have to.
And this
keep making baby
generation, you are
steps.
a young, young man, and yes, you're right. To what you said, I think it is important. And the co-chair, what's your also take on this?
Well, I was raised in Bridgewater,
Yeah.
so this is very important to me to be a part of Juneteenth in its 3rd year, because raised in Bridgewater, it was in the 70s, so there were issues and things that I dealt with racially. So for now to come back here and to have Juneteenth in this 3rd year, it's very important to me because it's, celebrating us, letting other people know that Juneteenth exists and what it is. Especially when all these other suburbs now are getting on board with Juneteenth and they're having their own celebrations. So it's just important to me because this is where I was raised, this is where my parents are, and where I have some family and friends. And to be able to come back and to be a part of the Juneteenth committee is just great.
Religiously speaking,
Yep.
how you connect that?
Well, I go back a long way to. I'm in my 70s now, but in the 60s when I was in high school, I remember being part of the civil rights movement and in my community, which was Newton, Massachusetts, and we had a great experience being even a primarily white community. But I went with a UCC church to work in Roxbury over a weekend, and that to me was like a real eye-opener to be in working with black kids in a church in Roxbury over the weekend. And I celebrated, we danced on Saturday night, and I celebrated Black culture. I also remember going into the Boston Commons for the civil rights rallies when Martin Luther King came and spoke. So I go back a way.
With a good history.
Yeah.
Any
I guess primarily my motivation was my son and my daughter-in-law live here, and they're raising their family. And as it's been said by the panelists and the members here, it's more about education. It's more about even changing someone's mind about Black culture or any culture, and being more inclusive, and making it a community where people can be free and can be accepted based on who they are, and not have to always assimilate and become so much like the communities that they are in, but to be able to be different and have that be accepted.
Now, did you have, if you go back to like the first year and then the second year, what were the challenges in terms of attendance, in terms of reaching out to the larger community?
Well,
I think the first year was fine because it was so new. I think the second year became a challenge because all the other surrounding towns, especially Brockton, were having their own. This year, I think we feel really pretty good about it because we are having more entertainment than speakers. I think last year, maybe it looked like we had too many speakers, but we really didn't. It was just how it played out. But this year, we're more on the entertainment side, and we have more things for the children to run around and do, while the parents can sit back and listen to the music. So
No, I think you're right. I think the focus should be on the side of planned entertainment with messages. I mean, music is a very strong form for entertaining, but at the same time for messaging. And I think if you think of it as a venue for family participation, that's, I think, will take off. Secondly, I think, don't worry about, other towns, because they have the right to do their own.
Right.
But let's do something qualitatively stand out, so people, they will say, okay, this is the program we're going to go, or this is the event because people, they register and they say, yeah, last year was really good. And I think if you can, this is a suggestion, you give probably kind of 3-4 questions to the participants, and they give you some suggestion and feedback. That will be, I think, helpful for next year. But this is, it's a lot of effort, a lot of planning, and I'm sure it will be a successful day, which is Saturday, June 17 at 2 p.m., 4 hours until 6 p.m. Probably you're going to even want to extend it a little bit. Yeah, and so, yeah, that's true. People, when they come and smell the food, they smell and then they see the people, as you said, you see your friends, please bring your friends, don't feel lonely, and everybody will impress you when you come. So now, you talk about Brockton and West Bridgewater and East Bridgewater. I mean, why you kind of thinking they compete, or how you feel? Because everybody, inclusivity is very important, and I think we would like to see diverse people coming. I'm glad already we have diverse committee here, and also as panelists. Do you remember how was the mix of people coming and celebrate last year?
I think it was pretty mixed. I mean, it was not. It was people of all backgrounds were coming and races. It wasn't just a Black celebration. It was a Black celebration, but the
it's a
audience
national
was
celebration.
diverse.
I mean, a friend of mine said, "Well, this is like a second Independence Day." For her.
Exactly.
I mean, it's recorded on InFocus. Now, you're gonna have like T-shirts that you sell. Are you planning on fundraising?
Oh, the fundraising is the book that we do where people can take ads out in the book. So that's
Explain that. What's
fundraising.
that mean? You have a
so we
table.
have a book.
A souvenir book.
You have a
Program,
souvenir book,
yeah.
a program book.
So people they should
the
download.
surrounding, like the businesses
Donate
can
books?
can take an ad out in our book.
Okay.
And that's our way of raising money. You know, they'll take ads out in the book from within the
Okay.
town or even outside the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you sell books too?
No,
No.
the books are laid out there. So when they come, because it's a program book.
Okay.
So it's how the day is going to go, and then you look through and you see all the businesses that have contributed or have wished good, you know, or even made comments
Yeah.
for good wishes. Yeah.
We'll even take personal ads from people
Okay.
congratulating us on the 3rd year
Yeah.
of the Juneteenth celebration. So,
Okay.
you know, that's
So where they find the book?
they'll find the book. The book will be printed, and we'll have the book, as Janice said. When they come in, we'll be passing it out so that they'll know what the day will consist of.
Okay.
And then they can see the different ads of businesses that have contributed, that have taken out ads. So if you're a business or you're a personal individual who would like to take out an ad to be seen and displayed within the book, you know, please feel free to contact us so that we can get you within the book. So
You probably feel comfortable with, or at least you as a co-chair, you probably give your email address?
My email address?
No, I mean, if you feel, don't give it now. If you
Well,
feel,
actually,
then we
I-
can put it on the screen too.
yeah, we can give it.
Yeah,
to
I
you.
think
It's
the- I-
June- I have it, but
Okay.
No,
Yes,
no
June-
problem. After show,
Okay, we can-
we'll add it.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's important. People,
Right.
if they have a question. So here you have it. If you have any question, then you have their email address there, and you can contact them. Be respectful, though. Thank you. So what else you want to say? Because we have probably 3 minutes to close.
Well, we hope that everybody will come out and join us in the celebration. We're hoping there'll be another nice day because we've always had good weather so far. So we hope that it'll be another nice day, great weather, good food, good entertainment. You know, just come sit back, relax.
Great education.
Yep.
Yep.
Visit the
Yeah.
vendors that you
Yeah.
know, and so yeah, we're just hoping that everybody will come out.
Justin, yes.
And even if you don't happen to show up to our Juneteenth, at least try to show up to West Bridgewater or Brockton or even Boston. I know they have Juneteenth celebrations. There's a lot of Juneteenth celebrations that have been happening, so at least try to show up and show appreciation and maybe learn something new from
Yeah,
celebrating.
show appreciation. Actually, if you have the energy, go for these 3 places, 3 towns. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Then you have a lot of information, and you can enjoy the day. That day, it's 4 hours. You know, come here for an hour here, and the other town an hour. Yeah, I mean, people they can plan that. Yes. Any other message you want to send to our audience, please?
Well, I was just thinking of the involvement of the library and how we'll have books there for children to see.
Nice.
More than just the craft activities, but it'll definitely be a focus on education.
Janice, did you want to talk about the pre-Juneteenth activities?
Oh,
that
I'm
will
sorry.
happen?
Yes, there will be on Thursday the 15th. There will be a
Thursday, June 15th.
Mhm. There will be a pride flag. I'm sorry, a
Juneteenth
Juneteenth flag raising at 3:30.
Juneteenth flag raising.
Yes, at the Academy Building, right at the center of Bridgewater. And then afterwards, from 3 to 8 at Black Hat, we will have a fundraiser down there from 3 to 8.
See, we mentioned fundraising. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's again Thursday, June
June
15th
15th
at
the Academy Building. That's right
Okay.
in the center. At 3:30, we will have the Juneteenth flag raising.
yes.
And then down at Black Hat, we will have our fundraiser from 3 to 8.
3 to 8, June 15th.
Mhm.
Thank you for mentioning it. Anything else you guys on your minds? Well,
Just come.
Yeah. So in one word, the three of you say, please come. Yeah, look
Yes.
to the camera
Yeah.
and say, please come.
Yes, please come.
Yeah, because, yeah, thank you so much. Janice Campbell means, of course, you are the BCCR chair. Thank you for your service. And Tish Pinto, thank you for your service. You are a member of the Juneteenth committee. Justin Means, our youngest actually guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Also a member, and I remember you are a good speaker. I remember that last year, and of course Rachel, Reverend Rachel Tisco. Thank you so much for everything. You being really helpful in terms of connecting us as community members, and all of you. I appreciate that, and thank you for watching InFocus. And I will see you, of course, in another episode. But please remember June 17th at 2 p.m. We'll meet there. You have education, entertainment, and also food, speakers, and you meet with your friends and also introduce yourself to another friends. This is Jabbar Lubaidi saying thank you.